weightage of 11 marks. So excluding the fill in the blanks, in each and every stream will get into the question from this chapter. So the important thing is, what are the limitations of file system? You have 6 different limitations of file systems. So that is a damn sure question in the exam from this chapter. So it includes difficulty in access, data redundancy, data isolation, and control sharing of data. So if you include all the 5 or 6, you can easily score 5 marks from them. So apart from that, you have different keys. You have primary key, you have composite key, you have candidate key, you have foreign key. So basically there are the individual definitions regarding the different types of keys what you have. So coming to the primary key, you can easily write it is a unique key which is used to identify a relationship in a database. So when coming to the foreign key, it is used to establish a relationship between the 2 tables. Like that you can easily define the definition for these 3. And after that you have different database concepts. Like what is metadata. Last time also they have asked you for 2 marks, and in the MCQ point of view also they asked you what is metadata. So data about data, we call it as metadata. It is very easy to understand and score also. So apart from that, we have database schema, database constraints, and we have different types of the relations in there. So 5 different queries we get for 5 different marks. So apart from that, coming to the inbuilt SQL things, they'll ask you what is a tuple, what is an attribute. Okay, so like that they'll ask you individually. So a tuple is nothing but a row. A row in a relationship, we call it as a tuple. They'll ask you what is an attribute. The characteristic feature of a tuple, you can call it as an attribute. Like that they'll ask you the different terminologies. So coming to this topic, terminologies are very, very important. Expecting the keys and the database normal concepts also. And they'll ask you what are the 3 important rules which are imposed on the attribute. Last time also in February 1 they have asked you what are the 3 important rules that will be imposed on the attribute. You have to say that each 3 rules you have to write, and in the last rule there are multiple things and you can mention any 2 of them. The first rule is each tuple must be distinct, it should be separated. And the second thing, each row must be separate. And the last thing, if you doesn't want to make it a null, please mention the keyword called not null while writing the queries in the SQL. So these are the 3 important constraints or the rules which are to be imposed on the queries. So after that, you can easily write the abbreviations for DBMS. They'll ask you what is DBMS in the MCQ point of view. It is nothing but database management system. They'll even ask you what is RDBMS. RDBMS is nothing but relational database management system. They'll ask you what is the difference between the normal DBMS and the RDBMS. The normal database, it will store the data, and the relational database, whatever data it is stored in the form of a table. So that table will have the constraints also. Constraints are nothing but the limitations or the restrictions what we provide to the table. And apart from that, we have create command. You already thorough with the SQL part because you have written the practical exam also. So they'll ask you how to create a command or how to create a table using the queries. So based on these important topics, you can easily score about the queries around 11 marks. So excluding the fill in the blanks, from each and every corner of point, you will get all the important chapters.